Hello everyone. Now today we are going to start with the inverse Laplace transform we have seen for using partial derivatives. Now we do it for inverse Laplace transform of derivatives. See, we have already done a property. First I'll write down inverse Laplace transform of derivatives. See, in Laplace transform of what we have got it as derivatives, we have seen that Laplace transform of t to the power n into f of t is nothing but minus 1 to the power n nth derivative with respect to s of Laplace transform of f of t or f bar of s. So, when you multiply with t a function, you are getting your Laplace transform as derivatives. So from here itself, you can write down Laplace inverse of nth derivative with respect to s of your f bar of s is nothing but equal to minus 1 to the power n t to the power n into f of t. What is your f of t? Your f of t is nothing but inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s. So according to this, if Laplace inverse of f bar of s is f of t, then Laplace inverse of nth derivative with respect to s of f bar of s is equal to minus 1 to the power n t to the power n into Laplace inverse of f bar of s. Because f of t here is nothing but Laplace inverse of f bar of s. So according to this property, see, for example, this is a very famous problem, Laplace inverse of s by s square plus a square whole square. For the previous problem in partial derivatives, I have given you that we'll do this result using Laplace inverse of derivatives. Now because only for such problems only you can apply inverse Laplace transform of derivatives, because we know that derivative d by ds of 1 by s square plus a square. What is the derivative of 1 by s square plus a square? It is minus 1 by s square plus a square whole square into, again, derivative of s square is 2s. So you get here minus 2 s by s square plus a square whole square. So we'll write here derivative d by ds of 1 by s square plus a square is nothing but minus 2s by s square plus a square whole square. Now we'll apply inverse Laplace transform on both sides. Inverse Laplace transform of d by ds of 1 by s square plus a square is equal to minus 2 is a constant, Laplace inverse of s by s square plus a square whole square. We have to find this value. Now according to this property, the property here, this will be nothing but equal to minus 1, because the derivative is only once, minus 1 to the power 1 into t to the power 1 Laplace inverse of, what is your f bar of s? 1 by s square plus a square is equal to minus 2 Laplace inverse of s by s square plus a square whole square. So from here you get your answer as Laplace inverse of s by s square plus a square whole square will be equal to, send this minus 2 here, it becomes minus t by 2. What is Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus a square? It is 1 by a sine a t. Hence the result. Next example, Laplace inverse of, if you have a log function, you can always apply the property, that is inverse Laplace transform of derivatives. You have s plus 3 by s plus 2, suppose. Now your f bar of s here is log of s plus 3 by s plus 2, which is nothing but equal to log of s plus 3 minus log of s plus 2. Now if you find out the derivative, d by ds of f bar of s will be nothing but d by ds of log of s plus 3 minus log of s plus 2. So this is nothing but equal to 1 by s plus 3 minus 1 by s plus 2. So now applying Laplace inverse. So Laplace inverse of d by ds of f bar of s is equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 3 minus 1 by s plus 2 will be equal to, according to the property, this is equal to minus 1 t to the power 1 Laplace inverse of f bar of s is equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 3 is e to the power minus 3t e to the power minus 2. So Laplace inverse of, what is your f bar of s? Your f bar of s is log of s plus 3 by s plus 2 is equal to, send this t here, minus 1 by t into e to the power minus 3t minus e to the power minus 2t. So the next one, next we have division by s property. Where did we get the Laplace transform of a function? We have got Laplace transform of integral 0 to t f of t dt is nothing but equal to f bar of s by s. So here we have got division by s. So from here, integral 0 to t f of t dt will be nothing but Laplace inverse of f bar of s by s. So from this, so according to this property, if Laplace inverse of f bar of s is f of t, then Laplace inverse of division by s, f bar of s by s, will be equal to integral 0 to t f of t dt. What is your f of t? This is nothing but equal to 0 to t Laplace inverse of f bar of s dt. So this is Laplace inverse of f bar of s by s. So you can use this property also, or if you want, you can use your partial fractions. Like for example, if you have a question of the form Laplace inverse of 1 by s square into s plus 1. Here you can use your partial fractions, or you can even use the property that is division by s. Here it is divided by s 2 times because here it is s square. So first you have to choose your f bar of s here. Let your f bar of s is what? 1 by s plus 1. Then what will be your Laplace inverse of f bar of s? Laplace inverse of f bar of s will be Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1, that is e to the power minus t. Now, according to the property by division, by property of division by s, you have Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1 is your f bar of s into s, that is 1 by f bar of s by s is nothing but integral 0 to t Laplace inverse of f bar of s dt. Now what is your f bar of Laplace inverse of f bar of s? You have got it as e to the power minus t dt. So this is equal to e to the power minus t by minus 1 from the limit 0 to t minus of, it will be e to the power minus t minus 1. So now it is not only s, here you have to divide by s square, so you have to apply the property 2 times. Again, Laplace inverse of 1 by s into s plus 1. Again we are dividing by s here. Now your f bar of s is what? It is 1 by s into s plus 1. So this becomes integral 0 to t Laplace inverse of, what will be your Laplace inverse of f bar of s? It will be 1 by s into s plus 1 dt. So it will be 0 to t. What is your Laplace inverse of s by s into s plus 1? It is minus of, or you can just take this inside, it becomes 1 minus e to the power minus t. That is t plus e to the power minus t from the limits 0 to t, which is nothing but equal to t plus e to the power minus t minus 0 minus 1 is your solution. Problem: Laplace inverse of 1 by s square into s square plus 1. Now here first select your f bar of s as 1 by s square plus 1. Therefore, your Laplace inverse of f bar of s here will be equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus 1, that is sin t. Now, therefore, Laplace inverse of first 1s, divide with 1s, 1 by s into s square plus 1. According to the property 0 to t, Laplace inverse of f bar of s, that is 1 by s square plus 1 dt. So this is 0 to t sin t dt. Sin t integration is minus cos t from the limit 0 to t. So this is equal to minus cos t plus 1 because cos 0 is 1. Now next, there again Laplace inverse of 1 by s into, again you have to do because it is s square there, will be equal to integral 0 to t Laplace inverse of 1 by s into s square plus 1 dt. And this answer you have got it as minus cos t plus 1 dt. So this becomes minus sin t plus t from the limits 0 to t. So it is minus sin t plus t, lower limit, this becomes 0, this becomes 0. So this is your answer. Next example, Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus 1 whole square. Now here for this problem we need to apply both the properties, that is of derivatives and also for division by s, because directly if you want you can use your partial fractions and find the value also, and if not you can use these two properties and find it in this way. We know that derivative d by ds of 1 by s square plus 1 is nothing but minus 1 by s square plus 1 whole square into 2s. So this is nothing but minus 2s by s square plus 1 whole square. Applying Laplace inverse, first to get the square we will take the derivative. So it will be d by ds of 1 by s square plus 1 will be equal to minus 2 Laplace inverse of s by s square plus 1 whole square. So according to the property this is minus 1 t to the power 1. Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus 1 is equal to minus 2 Laplace inverse of s by s square plus 1 whole square. So from here you get Laplace inverse of s by s square plus 1 whole square is equal to minus cancels. Here it will be t by 2 Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus 1 is sin t. Now you have got this. But we require only 1 by s square plus 1 whole square. So we need to get rid of this s in the numerator. So we will use division property. So by property of division by s, Laplace inverse of s by s square plus 1 whole square into 1 by s, that is division by s, will be equal to integral 0 to t Laplace inverse of s by s square plus 1 whole square dt. So here this s and this s gets cancelled. So you get Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus 1 whole square will be equal to integral 0 to t. This will be t 1 by 2 you can write outside, t sin t dt. Using the Leibniz rule, t into sin t is minus cos t, minus derivative of t is 1, this is minus sin t from the limits 0 to t. So this becomes equal to 1 by 2 into minus t cos t plus sin t. This is 0, this is 0. So hence the result. Following problems. Find inverse Laplace transform of, first one, Laplace inverse of s by s square minus 1 whole square. Next one, Laplace inverse of 1 by s into s plus a whole square. Laplace inverse of 1 by s square into s square minus a square. Laplace inverse of 1 by s cube into s square plus 1. Try to do these problems. The next property is multiplication by s. It states that if Laplace inverse of f bar of s is f of t with the condition and f of 0 is equal to 0, then only Laplace inverse of s into f bar of s will be equal to f dash of t. Like for example, if you have Laplace inverse of s by s square plus a square. Now here your f bar of s, you can choose it as 1 by s square plus a square. So this becomes Laplace inverse of f bar of s will be equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus a square, that is 1 by a sin t, sin a t. So according to the property, this becomes Laplace inverse of s into 1 by s square plus a square. According to the property, it is f dash of t, that is nothing but d by dt of Laplace inverse of f bar of s. So this will be d by dt of Laplace inverse of f bar of s, which is nothing but d by dt of 1 by a sin a t. So this is equal to 1 by a cos a t, which is nothing but equal to cos a t. And directly you know the result, that Laplace inverse of s by s square plus a square is cos a t. So if you apply the property, you have to apply it in this manner. Understood? If you have s square, then apply the property again to your result.